What's up, y'all? It's your fave nail tech cousin, and I'm back with another video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Breezy, a nail tech based in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I create content to help beginners, DIYers, and experienced nail techs level up their nail game with real tips, real techniques, and real results. As you can tell by the title of this video, I will be doing a step-by-step tutorial on one of the most important steps in your nail service, that is filing and buffing. Both can literally make or break your set. With that being said, let's lock in. I'm going to be using an 80/80 grit hand file. That is what works best for me. Now, this grit is a bit coarse, so if you're going to use it, it is recommended that you season your files before use. I season all my files personally. I will occasionally switch back and forth between the 80/80 and the 100/180. That all depends on how long the nail set is in time for me. I'm going to be using an e-file with a 240 grit sanding band as well in this video. We'll get to that shortly. When filing the sides on square nails, it is important to keep your file straight and parallel to the nail. For the free edge, keep your file at a 90-degree angle. If your file is any more or less than that, the shape will vary. I do recommend constantly checking the progress of how much you're filing and also constantly moving as well. That way you do not overfile. And what I mean by that is not staying on one side for too long, switching from the sides and the free edge as much as possible. Going back to e-filing, before I even do that, I do go over the nail up into the cuticle area with my hand file. That essentially helps with debulking, saving time when it comes to e-filing. I use the 240 grit sanding band as a buffer. I do not use the buffer block. By using the 240 grit sanding band, I am minimizing my routine by sealing the cuticle and buffing all in one step. I like to take it a step further and go over and under the free edge of the nail to define the shape a bit more as well. Filing on C-curved or duck nails is a little different. Starting off by filing the sides just like you would on square, keeping that file parallel, constantly watching and switching sides, hand filing on top of the nail to debulk, and sealing the cuticle, plus buffing the nail with the 240 grit sanding band. That is all the same. The difference in filing the C-curve / duck shape versus square is how you file the free edge. Instead of filing the free edge with the hand file, I'll lightly crisp it up with the e-file. You can always use a hand file and use it at a 40-degree angle. That will define the shape as well. I do recommend being very careful doing it that way due to the risk of overfiling and distorting the shape. I've retired that method for myself personally. The e-file is a bit faster, especially since I maintained my shape through acrylic application. Moving on to filing and buffing on stiletto nails. Filing this shape is no different than filing square, but there are some areas to mention. Since the sides are sloped, you'll have to pay close attention to how you're filing. Keeping your file straight, constantly moving the file. The areas to be mentioned are the bottom half of the nail and the underside. If your hand file isn't straight up against the stiletto, it can distort the shape a little bit. What I do to combat that is holding the nail up against the file, applying pressure but not too much, and I'm letting the file do all of the work instead of my wrist or arm. That way you're not compromising the structure of the nail by filing away too much product. I'll be going over the nail with a hand file to debulk, same as the previous shapes, as well as sealing the cuticle and buffing out all of the scratches with a 240 grit sanding band. That concludes this video. I hope that I was able to help you with understanding how to file and buff, whether that be with the e-file or hand file. If this video helped you, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss more tutorials just like this one. All of the tools and products used in today's video are linked to my Amazon storefront. All of the items featured are items that I currently use or have used before, so if you need those, run to the description of this video. It'll be there waiting for you. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that bell so you never miss when I upload, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.